Hello everyone, welcome back to Simplilearn's YouTube channel. Today, we are diving deep into DevOps, one of the most exciting and rapidly growing fields in tech. But what exactly is DevOps and why is everyone talking about it? DevOps, at its core, is a blend of development and operations. It's a culture, a mindset, and a set of practices that bridge the gap between software developers and IT operations team. And the goal? To deliver software faster, more efficiently, and with higher reliability. So in today's fast-paced digital world, businesses are racing to release new features, improve user experiences, and stay ahead of their competition. And DevOps is the secret sauce enabling them to do just that. So by automating processes, improving collaboration, and integrating cutting-edge tools, DevOps has become the backbone of modern software delivery. And here's the exciting part. As we approach 2025, the demand for skilled DevOps engineers is skyrocketing. It's one of the hottest career opportunities in tech right now, offering not just great salaries, but also the chance to work on innovative projects that shape the future. So in this video, I will guide you through the ultimate DevOps engineer roadmap for 2025. So whether you are a beginner or looking to level up, stick around. This roadmap could be your gateway to a rewarding career. But before we begin, make sure to check out the quiz linked in the description below. Take a few minutes to answer it and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. And we have more tricky and interesting quizzes lined up for you. So let's get started. So the first month is about choosing a programming language. So when you're diving into the world of DevOps, picking up a programming language is a game changer. It helps you automate tasks, integrate systems, and troubleshoot those tricky issues that pop up. So now the language you pick up can depend on the project you're working on. But the key skills you learn are going to be applied everywhere. So for beginners, I highly recommend starting with languages like Python or Go. Why? Because both are super easy to learn, have clean syntax, and are widely used across the IT industry. So now let's break down what all you have to learn under each of these languages. So in Python, you'll start with Introduction to Python. So you'll start with the basics like understanding how Python works, its syntax, and how to write clean, readable code. Then comes data types and variables. So here you will learn the fundamental building blocks like strings, integers, and lists. Then comes conditionals and loops. So get comfortable with if-else statements and loops. So these control the flow of your code. Then comes functions and modules. So organize your code into reusable functions and modules for clean, maintainable projects. Now next on the list is OOPS or object-oriented programming. So here you will dive into classes and objects. This is key for structuring your code effectively. And finally, you can go through some advanced concepts to explore things like exception handling, file input-output, regex, collections, and more to level up your Python game. Now in Golang, again, you can start with Introduction to Golang. Like Python, Go's syntax is simple, but it's powerful for handling large-scale systems. After the introduction, you can move on to variables and constants. So here you can learn how to declare variables and constants essential for clean code. Then comes arrays and slices. Now these are Go's way of handling collections of data. After this comes concurrency and Go routines. So Go's real strength lies in handling multiple tasks at once. So you can get comfortable with Go routines for parallel processing. And finally, you can learn interfaces and methods. So Go is all about simplicity, but interfaces and methods let you write more flexible and reusable code. Now once you have completed these modules, you'll be going to the second month where you'll be dealing with operating systems. So basically, operating systems are like the backbone of any computing environment. So they connect the hardware with the software. So as a DevOps engineer, you need a solid understanding of operating system to effectively manage applications, optimize infrastructure, and streamline deployment pipelines. So let's go through some of the key operating system concepts you'll need to know. First one is OS basics. So this is the foundation, understanding what an operating system does and how it works. Then comes processes and threads. So you can get familiar with the process life cycle and how threads are managed within processes. Then next comes CPU scheduling. So learn how tasks are assigned to CPU resources and how time is allocated for different processes. Process synchronization. This ensures that processes don't clash with each other while running. Now next comes deadlock. So sometimes processes get stuck in a loop. So understanding how to identify and resolve these situations is crucial. And then there is memory management. So how does the operating system manage memory? So learning memory allocation strategies will make your systems run smoother. And finally, you'll learn about disk management and scheduling. So this is all about efficiently handling disk usage, and optimizing read-write operations, which are key to keeping things running faster. And also in the second month, you'll be dealing with virtualization. So DevOps engineers should also be familiar with different types of virtualization to manage resources efficiently. So some of the virtualizations that you can get familiar with are application virtualization, network virtualization, desktop virtualization, storage virtualization, server virtualization, and data virtualization. Now let's move on to the third month. So if you want to be a top tier DevOps engineer, mastering the command line interface or CLI is a must. So it gives you advanced control over systems and access to powerful features that go beyond the limitations of a graphical user interface or GUI. So being proficient in the CLI means you can manage, you can troubleshoot, and configure systems more efficiently. So whether you're working locally or remotely, this is especially crucial when it comes to infrastructure management and automating tasks across different environments and operating systems. So let's look at some key CLI skills to master. So number one is scripting. This is for automating repetitive tasks and creating custom scripts to make your work more efficient. Then next you can learn about editors. So learn CLI-based editors like Vim or Nano for editing files directly from the terminal. Then you can learn about networking tools. So get comfortable with tools like Ping, Netstat, and curl to troubleshoot network issues and manage network configurations. Next is process monitoring. So here you have to learn how to use tools like PS, Top, or HTOP to monitor processes and system performance in real time. After process monitoring comes performance monitoring, where tools like SAR and IOStat help you keep track of system performance and resource usage. And finally comes text manipulation. So you can master text processing tools like AWK, SED, and grep to handle and analyze large datasets directly from the terminal. So by becoming proficient in the CLI, you'll be able to solve problems faster, gain deeper insights into system behavior, and effectively manage infrastructure with confidence. Now moving on to the fourth month, if you're diving into DevOps, version control and hosting are non-negotiable. So they play a crucial role in collaboration, code management, and version tracking, especially if you're looking to implement GitOps or streamline your DevOps lifecycle. So when it comes to version control, Git is the go-to tool. It's the most widely used distributed version control system. So Git lets you create repositories to store your code, work with branches to make and test changes without affecting the main code base, make commits to save your progress and merge changes with others' works, and track every change made, which makes collaboration easy. And next comes hosting platforms. So once your code is neatly tracked with Git, it's time to host it. So hosting platforms let you make your code public or share it with your organization. So popular options are number one, GitHub. So this is the most popular platform for open source projects with tons of collaboration features. And then you have Bitbucket. So this is a great choice, especially for teams already using Atlassian tools like Jira. And finally, there is GitLab. It is a feature-rich platform with integrated CI/CD pipelines for better DevOps workflow. So with Git and these hosting platforms, you'll have all the tools needed to manage your code base, collaborate smoothly with your team, and keep track of every change. Now, before moving forward, as you're looking forward to make a career in DevOps, definitely check out Simplilearn's professional certificate program in cloud computing and DevOps. So this comprehensive course offers in-depth learning with a thorough understanding of cloud computing principles and DevOps practices, guided by expert instructors with real-world experience. You'll engage in hands-on projects and real-world scenarios, building a robust portfolio that showcases your skills. Plus, the program is designed to help you get industry-recognized certifications, making you a standout candidate in the job market. So don't miss this opportunity to advance your career and stay ahead in ever-evolving tech landscape. Check out the course link in the description box and pinned comments. So now let's move on to the fifth month. So in the fifth month, you are supposed to learn about cloud providers. So in your DevOps journey, understanding cloud computing is a game changer. So ultimately, all the applications you work on will be hosted somewhere, right? And that somewhere could be either on a cloud or on-premise. So there are a few big players in the cloud space that you'll want to get familiar with. Number one is, of course, AWS, Amazon Web Services. So AWS is one of the most popular cloud platforms, offering a ton of services. So whether it's EC2 for virtual machines, S3 for storage, or Lambda for serverless computing, AWS has a service for almost every need. And next you have Azure. So Azure is Microsoft's cloud platform and offers a wide range of services similar to AWS. However, the standout for DevOps professionals is Azure DevOps. It's a suite of integrated tools that covers everything from CI/CD pipelines to version control and project management. And then comes GCP or Google Cloud Platform. So Google Cloud offers many of the same services as AWS and Azure, but with a unique touch. So whether you're working with Kubernetes or looking for storage options, GCP brings Google's power and reliability to the table. So now that we have completed the plan till the 5th month, you can take a moment to answer the next quiz in the description box. So I hope you have answered the quiz. So in the 6th month, you'll be dealing with containerization with Docker. So if you're serious about DevOps, Docker is a tool you can't afford to skip. So before Docker came, deploying applications involved packaging the app, downloading all necessary dependencies into the server, and manually configuring everything. So the scaling was a nightmare. But with Docker, packaging and deploying the app is a breeze, and it makes scaling super easy too. So here's what you have to concentrate while learning Docker. Number one is running containers. So learn how to run containers, essentially lightweight standalone applications on any system. Next, inspect active containers. So get comfortable with checking which containers are running, their status, and any issues that might pop up. And then you have Docker networking. So understand how containers communicate with each other and the outside world, which is key to a well-architected system. Then you'll move on to persist data with Docker volumes. So by default, containers are ephemeral, meaning the data disappears when they stop. So learn how to use volumes to persist data beyond the life of a container. Next, you can learn about Dockerizing apps with Docker files. So master writing Docker files, simple text files that define how to build a Docker image for your app. Next, run multiple containers with Docker Compose. So learn how to manage multi-container apps using Docker Compose, which simplifies complex setups. And finally, there is Docker repositories. So learn how to work with Docker Hub or private repositories to store and share Docker images with others. So with Docker, deploying apps becomes faster, easier, and more scalable, making it an essential tool for any DevOps engineer. Also in the 6th month, you'll be dealing with container orchestration. So we have covered containers, right, and how they make scaling a breeze. But what if you need to manage lots of containers at once? So that's where container orchestration tools come in. So these tools let you automate the management of containers, like creating multiple replicas and scaling them as needed. So the two main players in this space are Kubernetes and Docker Swarm. So in the 7th month, you'll be moving on to networking and security protocols. So networking and security are the backbone of any DevOps process, especially since most of your work will be on servers and in production environments. So understanding networking concepts helps you manage and troubleshoot infrastructure. Deploy microservices, handle containerized application, automate network tasks. So here are some of the key concepts you have to learn in network and security. The first one is FTP, SFTP. So these are protocols for transferring files securely over the network. Then there is HTTP and HTTPS. So the foundation for web communication, and you should know the difference and when to use each of these. Then comes SSL TLS. So these are the encryption protocols that secure the web traffic, keeping data safe. Then next you have DNS. So the system that helps convert domain names into IP addresses, basically the address book of the internet. Then you'll be dealing with SSH, which is a secure protocol used for remote server management and communication. Then you will move on to other protocols such as TCP/IP and UDP, which are also crucial. So with this knowledge, you'll have the tools to keep your network secure and your infrastructure running smoothly. Now in the 8th month, you must concentrate on understanding serverless computing. So this is a cloud computing model where you don't have to worry about managing or provisioning servers. So instead, cloud providers dynamically allocate resources as needed, allowing you to focus purely on writing and deploying your code. So as a DevOps engineer, here are the key tools and platforms you should dive into. First one is Cloudflare. So Cloudflare offers a suite of services including CDN and security, but also enables serverless computing for edge functions, speeding up your applications globally. Next is AWS Lambda. So AWS Lambda is Amazon's serverless platform, allowing you to run code without provisioning or managing servers. So you can get it to trigger in response to events, making it highly scalable and efficient. And then comes some Azure Functions. So Azure Functions from Microsoft offers similar serverless capabilities, enabling you to run small pieces of code in the cloud. And finally, there is Vercel. So Vercel is a cloud platform that focuses on serverless deployment for modern web apps, particularly for front-end applications. So by mastering these serverless computing, you'll be able to streamline your app development process, reduce costs, and let cloud providers handle the heavy lifting for you. Also in the 8th month, you'll be dealing with infrastructure provisioning. So as a DevOps engineer, you'll need to manage and set up infrastructure. But using traditional methods like ClickOps can be time consuming and hard to scale. So luckily things have gotten a lot easier. So infrastructure provisioning is all about automating the setup of your infrastructure. So some of the key tools in this area are Terraform, Pulumi, and AWS CDK. And then you have got configuration management. So basically, configuration management is all about keeping track of and controlling the configuration of your infrastructure, software, and systems. So imagine in any organization, you will often need to manage multiple servers. And imagine doing this manually for hundreds or even thousands of servers. It's not only time consuming, but also prone to errors, right? So that's where configuration management tools comes in. So here are some essential tools to master in configuration management. Number one is Ansible. So Ansible is a simple and powerful automation that lets you configure servers, deploy apps, and manage tasks. So next there is Chef. This is another automation tool. So it's great for larger environments where scalability and flexibility is needed. And then you have Puppet. So Puppet allows you to manage infrastructure with a declarative language. So it's widely used for managing large-scale infrastructure and automating repetitive tasks across systems. Now moving on to the 9th month, you'll be dealing with infrastructure monitoring. So infrastructure monitoring is all about keeping an eye on the health and performance of your infrastructure and tracking its availability, checking for issues, and predicting future problems before they occur. So you collect data from system logs, metrics, and other streams and use that data to spot any potential issues. So here are some top tools you should learn for infrastructure monitoring. So first one is Grafana. So Grafana is a powerful open source tool that lets you visualize metrics and logs from multiple sources. Then you have Datadog. So again, Datadog is a cloud-based platform that offers comprehensive monitoring of infrastructure, performance, and logs. And then you have Prometheus. So Prometheus is an open source monitoring tool designed for reliability and scalability. So it's perfect for tracking time series data. And you can easily integrate with Grafana to give rich visualizations. Now finally, you have to learn about application monitoring. So application monitoring is crucial, especially when deploying updates or bug fixes. So a new change could unexpectedly take the app down. But with continuous monitoring, you can track, measure, and analyze the app's performance in real time to prevent issues from escalating. So here are some key tools for application monitoring. So number one is Datadog itself. So just like in infrastructure monitoring, Datadog is a great tool for application monitoring also, providing deep insights into your app's performance, logs, and other metrics. So it's perfect for real-time visibility. And then you have New Relic, you have Jaeger, and then there is Open Telemetry and App Dynamics. Now, in your final month of DevOps learning, focus on hands-on projects that put your knowledge into practice. Work on building pipelines, managing infrastructure, and monitoring systems. So this is the time to apply what you have learned and showcase your skills through real-world experience. So that's it for today's video on DevOps Engineer Roadmap 2025. So if you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Staying ahead in your career requires continuous learning and upskilling. Whether you're a student aiming to learn today's top skills or a working professional looking to advance your career, we've got you covered. Explore our impressive catalog of certification programs in cutting-edge domains, including data science, cloud computing, cybersecurity, AI, machine learning, or digital marketing. Designed in collaboration with leading universities and top corporations, and delivered by industry experts, choose any of our programs and set yourself on the path to career success. Click the link in the description to know more.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.